Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale with an episode of CR News. Today we're going to be talking about three things. Number one, balance changes should be coming tomorrow. This morning, Clash Royale, the official account on Twitter, tweeted the following. You'll see it right now on the screen. So basically, we'll find out what the balance changes will be tomorrow, hopefully. So today we're going to talk about balance changes really quickly. I'm going to give my final thoughts on this meta and how to tweak things in order to make it a more enjoyable experience for everybody. We're also going to talk briefly about MGL Worlds and about the update schedule, the upcoming update in March, what will be changing, what we know, what we don't know from the recent Clash Royale Supercell Q&A on Reddit, and a few more little pieces of information kind of woven in there. So let's start out with the balance changes. So the biggest two things I expect to see tomorrow, I'm certain we will see tomorrow, is Royal Ghost nerf. They've already come out and said that's definitely going to happen, and a Zappies buff, because Zappies have fallen really soft on their launch. In fact, their usage rate is so minuscule, it's almost not even worth debating why they should get a buff. They should just get a buff, right? My opinion, if you saw my balance change video 3 weeks ago now, is that they should be able to target air. I think that would make them viable, useful, and certainly a force in the new meta. Royal Ghost, I think they should tweak his invisibility. That's my solution. Everybody has their own solutions. I've learned one thing from the balance change speculation game here on YouTube or on social media or whatever. It's that people have really strong opinions, and if they disagree with you even on one little thing, they're not afraid to let you know about it. So hey, I say that at my own risk, I guess, because here I am giving my opinions like a big talking head that I am in your screen in the upper right hand corner. Anyway, beyond that, I think that Goblin Hut should probably get a little bit of a nerf. It's everywhere right now. It's even crept into beatdown decks, which we didn't really see ever in the past. So I think that Goblin Hut ought to get a little bit of a nerf, maybe an HP nerf, spawning the same amount of goblins, but less hit points so that a fireball or a poison or whatever actually does more damage against it. Well, also, I really want to see a Lava Hound buff. I know a lot of people don't like me saying that based on the comments of my last video, but I do think Lava Hound needs a buff on HP. That way, there's just more time to support the Lava Hound with the balloon or whatever that you're going to go ahead and support it with. Now, the reason I say that is because so many cards have been added to the game that counter Lava Hound. And if we're going to be adding air targeting to Zappies, that's another card. And we have Hunter, that's another card. So I feel like with Tornado being everywhere too, Executioner, I mean, there's just a lot of threats out there for Lava Loon players, you know, so I feel like Lava Hound does need a little bit of a buff now. Beyond that, guys, I'm not going to list off every little card I think needs a tweak. Those are the big ones. I do want to mention one thing. I think that the non-air targeting troops that cost 4 elixir, let me repeat that. The non-air targeting troops that cost 4 elixir ought to have a little bit of a buff to keep up with cards like Executioner and Hunter, especially as the meta evolves. What do I mean? I mean Lumberjack, Mini P.E.K.K.A, and Valkyrie. I think that they deserve maybe a little bit of a buff just to keep them relevant. You know, it's almost a it's almost a buff kind of hypothesizing where the meta will go. Maybe that's a bad idea. It's just kind of a gut feeling I have. And then cards I wouldn't touch, real quickly, is Mega Knight, Hog Rider, and Royal Giant. What was that I heard? What was that I heard? I heard thousands of people disliking this video at that moment. Honestly, guys, I think that the Hog Rider is fine. He's a rare win condition, really good for free-to-play players. He's really fun to play for a lot of people out there. He's not fun to go against for a lot of people out there. He's a polarizing card, always was, always will be. He got a nerf last balance update. I'm happy with where he is right now, even though a lot of you guys won't agree with that based on the comments. Mega Knight, another card that a lot of people think should be nerfed. Me personally, at 7 elixir, I like that he's high risk, high reward, meaning that you can easily kite and kill with 4 elixir and ice golem and bats if your opponent doesn't support. So you can deal with him for a positive elixir trade. Because of his expense, I'm okay with him where he's at. That's just me personally. I know, again, a lot of people disagree. I apologize. Royal Giant. Royal Giant is a card that absolutely sucks right now at tournament level standard, and he's absolutely annoying as all hell on ladder. So what do you do about him? What do? I ignore him. I'm not going to buff or nerf him, even though he probably deserves both of those things in one way or another. Okay, let's move on to MGL Worlds, guys. So MGL Worlds, previously CR Worlds, is an amazing event. It is really, besides RPL right now, it's really the only big competitive event, at least that I see. If I'm missing one, let me know in the comments, that I see right now in the game. And I gotta say, it's a lot of fun to watch, and I just want to make a prediction for you guys. I actually challenged myself, that's a stupid word, challenged. I enjoyed myself by watching MGL Worlds this weekend on all the Spanish and Latin American Brazilian streams, not the English streams, even though I love those guys, obviously. The reason I did that, shout out to Enchantin, by the way, the reason I did that was because I love Koji-san, I love Clash Conferns, and I love KR Games, and even though I can't understand them, I like the enthusiasm that their audience has. I really enjoyed chatting, so if I saw any of you guys in those streams, well, hello, thank you for coming to my channel, and I wanted to make the prediction that I think that Team Brazil, who took out Team USA in a 5-4 victory, I think they're going to win. Listen to this team, guys. I think this could be one of the best teams ever assembled. No shame in USA's game losing to this collection of players. Now, this isn't all the players. I just jotted down a few names. Achin, Samuel, Surgical TS, Wen, Lucas Gamer, Gustavo. That's just some of the players on their team. It's a stacked roster. It's really a who-who. I can't believe that Brazil has such a collection of strong players inside the game right now. I honestly do believe that they could be the strongest region. If there was another CCGS championship and it was just the best players regardless of age, because a lot of those guys are really young. I think 13, 14 years old on some of those guys. Regardless of age, I really do think that's an incredibly impressive roster. That's wow, that's crazy. That's the future of Clash Royale, if you ask me. And that's not to put anybody else down from any other region. There's certainly really good players from around the world, and Team USA almost took them out in a 4-5 loss there. Came down to the last match where Gustavo ended up beating Music Master. So anyway, guys, I do want to talk about the update schedule as a third topic in today's video, CR News. So they said that the next update is going to be in March. That's confirmed. So March, it's not too long, it's not too far away. Right now, it's the 22nd of January at the time that I'm recording this. It's basically, it could be as little as like a month and a week away from now. It could be as much as almost 2 months. It sounds like a long time, but honestly, it's not. You know, it's just you know, a month and a half, you know, that flies by. We're over 2 years in so far. So, you know, 1/25th of how long we've been around, right, in Clash Royale. Stupid way of putting it, by the way. Either way, I'm excited about this update, even though we know one thing that I'm not excited about, and that is no tournament revamp. Ah, man. I wanted tournament revamp so badly, guys. I thought it was what this game needs. If you guys missed my video comparing Brawl Stars and Clash of Clans features that could be used in Clash Royale to make the game much better and enjoyable by the player base, please go ahead and watch that. I really loved that video, and I think that it was really well received. So check it out. Let me know what you think of those ideas if you missed it. I'm not going to go ahead and rehash all that right now in today's video. However, I do think that a properly utilized event system, I'm not going to call it tournaments, I'm not going to call it challenges, would actually make the game a lot better with a separate leaderboard at tournament level standard. Remember, what's the big issue in the game right now? It's free-to-play players, players who aren't spending money on the game, lack of things to do, lack of variety in the ways that they can compete. So, what else did they say in the Q&A? My big takeaways. Cool stuff coming in 2018 for esports. Let me rewind real quickly. What do I think that the March update will be? I think it will be the hero update because they're already in the client code. Now, they could easily take it out. That's not confirmed. But the heroes, Archer Queen and Barbarian King, are already in the client code. What does that mean? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think that they won't be a card that you can put in your deck. So, in other words, I don't think it will be like one of your 8 cards. I think it will be outside your deck. They have special abilities. Does that correlate to your towers? Your towers take on special abilities. Is it a one-time use in the match that you can use your hero card and that's it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. A lot of people are saying it's a bad idea. It will break the game. Guys, let's be honest. We have to look at it first. At this point, it's all totally 100% conjecture. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. I can't say it's a bad idea if I have no idea what the idea is. I think it's going to be a hero update, and I sure hope that Clan Wars might be coming with it. But man, that's a big ask. Something like Clan Wars takes months, if not years, of developer time. It seems like it'd be a lot to bring Clan Wars and Heroes in the same update. However, if it happens, boom, that's the biggest Clash Royale update ever right there. Cool stuff in esports. A lot of whispers about team leagues possibly coming. We'll have to wait and see. Nothing confirmed except for that there are big plans, big exciting plans in the future of esports on Supercell's side. Changes to the league reset point coming possibly in the next update, but probably in the update after that, I think they said. So what does that mean? They basically want to make ladder a little bit more enjoyable, and there's probably a long way to go there. They also came out and acknowledged in a separate answer that the state of ladder right now is a big concern for the team. So again, I'll direct you guys to my other video where I kind of elaborated on the possible solutions to that idea. And then balance change frequency will not be changing. So one of the questions the team was asked is, balance changes, can you make them more often to keep the game fresh and new and the meta ever changing? And the answer was a respectable one. It's, we're not going to make the game fresh with balance changes. We'll make the game fresh with other stuff, new cards, new features, new events. However, we want balance changes to be purely based on cards being way out of control, too strong, or incredibly underutilized, too weak. So basically, as needed is going to be how they handle the balance changes. So guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. No reason to make it any longer than necessary here. Again, this is a bonus upload for you guys, so certainly stay tuned for my next video today. I don't know why I always do this. Here I am clicking in the background here, but I have to give a shout out to my sponsor of the day. And of course, again, I didn't have it loaded on my screen. So thank you while I kind of vamp here. A quick little piece of news as I pull it up is I think I'll be streaming starting in February. So for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, I'll have hopefully some really unique type stream ideas that aren't just your average, me playing or watching somebody else play, but actually something that you don't really see right now being streamed. So the shout out today is going to be to The Troy. The Troy, thank you for sponsoring the channel. While I'm at it, thank you to Bren Chong for sponsoring the channel. Really appreciate it. Make sure you check out Bren's information in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. See you later on tonight or tomorrow, depending on where you live. Thank you, and as always, take care, guys.